Hello. Please hit like button and subscribe my channel. Also press bell icon for future video notifications. Thanks.
The gut microbiome has been suggested to influence a variety of human health conditions, including autism spectrum disorder. This has led to proposals that altering the microbiome, whether by diet, probiotics, or fecal transfer, might alleviate symptoms. A study published in Cell Today, November 11, however, turns this idea on its head. Rather than gut microbes influencing autism spectrum disorder (ASD) behavior, the paper argues, it is the eating behavior of people with ASD that drives the makeup of their gut microbiomes. The results are actually pretty inconsistent. See, alcohol, bowel movements may confound microbiology studies. To clarify the issue, Yap, Gratten, and their colleagues went back to basics in a sense, asking if there is any link between gut microbial profiles and various clinical measures in ASD. They also had access to really very deep data that many other studies haven't had access to, says Gratten, including clinical data, data on diet, and also genetic data. And that meant we could really build up a very comprehensive view around factors that might influence the microbiome. W. Importantly, this link existed regardless of ASD diagnosis, although ASD-diagnosed kids were more likely to have a restricted and poor quality diet than those without a diagnosis. The team also found that this diet seemed to be driven by certain traits associated with ASD, including restricted, repetitive behaviors and sensory sensitivity. This makes sense, says Yap, because if you have things that you like doing over and over again, then maybe that also relates to food, and you like eating the same thing over and over again. Similarly, for sensory sensitivity, she says, a child might not like the sound of a certain food when. Cartoon of model proposed by the study authors Chloe Yap. It's the reduced dietary diversity which is driving changes in the microbiome and not the other way around, says Gratten. Their suggestion that low diet diversity might drive low microbiome diversity is completely valid, but that doesn't mean that the microbiome doesn't influence brain development in those kids, she argues. Foster adds that the design, the analytics, the approach of the study is top-notch, and says she agrees with its central finding. However, the author's conclusion was a little more skeptical than the position I would have taken, she says. Because some potentially positive outcomes have been observed in trials, Foster says, the possibility of microbial manipulation therapies needn't be given up entirely. Instead, what's necessary, she says, is a better understanding of which kids, if any, are most likely to benefit from a microbiome intervention. Ultimately, Foster says, the authors have provided the framework for additional investigators to go beyond their observations, and their model is a suggestion to be tested. Quote, "Please support my channel to grow by pressing subscribe button and the bell icon. We will notify you technological news. Thank you."